Guess I could have just done it from my account. Maybe it would have been easier, but I don't have a YouTube channel thing you set up, so I don't know if that would have worked or not.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right.
I don't know if anybody else can. Kenny's over at the fire station donating money to the fire station, to the fire department. Chris said he was on his way to Fort Worth for some family matter. And Ray said he probably wasn't gonna make it, so I think we got what we got. We got a quorum. Keith. And what did Chris, we don't want Chris in here anyway, cause he's just crawling with the Rona. Yeah. His kid had it 2 weeks ago and now his wife's got it. So, yeah, we don't want him in here. Okay. Ready? All right. Let's call the Lone Oak Economic Development meeting to order at 7:02. Lone Oak Economic Development Board, regular call meeting on Wednesday, February the 3rd. Roll call and certification of a quorum. Keith Burns,
Here.
Justin Ram, Wes Owens is here, Susie Bishop.
Here.
We have a quorum. Approval of minutes from the meeting on January 11th, 2021.
Make a motion, we accept them.
Keith makes a motion to accept. Justin made a motion or seconded the motion. All in favor? Motion carries. Let the minutes reflect that Kenny Lovett has arrived at 7:03. Let's see, there was something I was going to say at public comments. What was I going to say at public comments? Can't remember. No, because the land thing's on here, so that's not it. You got anything? Yeah, I'll talk about that so we had a meeting with TxDOT and Creed and the city attorney today. We're kind of in a bit of a catch-22. TxDOT, so the developer and store operator want to have some type of assurance that the speed limit's going to change. TxDOT will take a look at it once we annex the property, but we're not really wanting to annex the property until we have some kind of assurance from the developer that they're going to do something. So we're kind of in a big circle. However, Patsy did send them, he said they could start with a letter stating that we're working to annex the property. So she sent that off already. So today, this afternoon, so they should start to take a look at it.
Did they choose the land up north?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
The developer they brought in some maps that kind of show what they're kind of after. It was kind of interesting, although I didn't ask because I don't think those two guys really knew. The RV stuff wasn't in there. It was just 12 or 15 truck spaces, and in that back part where they were going to do the RV parking, it wasn't on that map. So I don't know if that means they're not doing it now, or one of the guys did say that it was still kind of under consideration, but I guess they haven't committed to it yet. But
Just so I can catch up, are they north of the 513 turn?
yes, sir.
Okay.
When you're going towards Greenville, there's a big gate on that right-hand side that there was a little metal building there. The property is going to start about where that gate is, and then it goes down the hill. So what some of the things that they're looking at is the developer had brought in a map, and it showed they were going to do decel lanes on the westbound side for each of the entrances. There'll be 2 entrances. They would do decel lanes for each of the entrances. And then they were proposing to keep the 2 lanes in one direction and 2 lanes west and 1 lane east. But then they were going to put a turn lane, a left turn lane that was for each of the entrances. And I think TxDOT kind of had a problem with that. With the way that was kind of looking. Mainly because of the speed limit there is 65, and they weren't sure that the decel lanes were going to be long enough and all that kind of stuff. So there's more to come on that, I'm guessing. I'm going to try to get a hold of the Family Dollar folks tomorrow and see where they are. Corey said he saw them over doing surveys, and the last time I talked to that guy, he said that they were trying to get the survey done and start doing some of the design work, and then once they got that done, he would send it to us. So I'll get a hold of him and
I'm sorry, catch me up one more time. Where is Family Dollar Surveying? Is it next to Alon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Between just to the south of that.
To the south?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They only wanted 1 acre, I think, 1.5 acres. I think that's what he said. The property on the other side is 3 or 4 acres or something, and they didn't know what they would do with the rest of it.
So south of the gas station, kind of in between that and
yeah,
on down toward the car wash.
Yep.
Okay, good deal.
Yep. And then we have, that's it. We have a meeting tomorrow with another developer. And I invited Sandra to this one as planning and zoning because she wants to look at kind of the zoning stuff. Boots Bowman's property at the corner of 513 and Division. There's another group that's purchased that land. The meeting tomorrow is to kind of talk about what they're going to do with it, what they want to do with it, what we think they need to do with it, and all that. What he told me the other day is they've done this in a couple of little small towns. They build some type of rental, retail, commercial frontage, and then they'll put like townhouses on top, and that'll be on the 513 side, or they'll figure that out. And in the back part of it, they're not sure if that's, and this is where Sandra comes in. They were talking about mobile or manufactured homes. So, do we want that there? Do we want them to build home, brick and mortar homes, or how do we want to do that? So that's what that's going to be about. And they don't know yet. He called me after after we met up here, he called me, to tell me that they couldn't, their engineer that they're trying to use wasn't available tomorrow. So I told him we'd just, kind of introduce, and then they could tell us what they're after, and then we could kind of chew on that and see how we want to do it. So anyway, all right. It's not a drainage problem. It's a water management problem. It's a water management problem. Yeah, they're aware of it. They're aware of it. It's so so they are aware of it because they call so they've been talking with Robert Weiss to buy the property. He called me, wasn't last week, it was week before last, to say that, he didn't understand what was going on because this was a third group that's called to buy that property, and now they were trying to back out of it. John Smith was the first one. Mr. Bledsoe was the second one. And Mr. Bledsoe, he understood because when they went to actually sell it to him, they found out that because of Gary's sudden death and him not having a will, I guess, his estate kind of went into probate, and so they couldn't legally sell that property for so many months or something. So, and Mr. Bledsoe needed to move faster than that, so he had to back out. So now this was another group that's come in. Well, he gave them a price, and then they found out about the water management problem on the property, and so they hit him back with a lower price. So he called me and asked me for my opinion, and I said, dude, I wouldn't sell it. I just sat on it because that's the third one in a year, and the price is going up every day. I just tell them, price is what it is, and if you don't want it, going up the road. And I'm assuming, because I haven't heard from him again, that they must have agreed to a price, and the developers have been calling to move forward with what they want to do with it. So, and I didn't figure they were going to buy it because when he called me, or I called them and then they called me back, they didn't seem like they were all that interested in it. But then when they called back the next time, it's what they've been doing. They did some in Whitewright. They've done some. The one guy is from Alvarado, something over, west of here. And he's, that's they've been doing that all over the Metroplex, or just, outskirts of the Metroplex. So it's anyway. Item 5, the financial reports. We don't really have a financial statement because Chris ain't on here yet. We do have some invoices for payment. $75 from Brand New Marketing. There was another one that was, I think it was $125 for the Texas EDC subscription. It's annual fee. It's 125 or 150. I think it's 150. And you can't see it. Yeah. I think that's it. We'll see a slowdown in the sales tax because I've stopped buying stuff. I've got all the parts I need, so I don't need to order any more parts.
We don't get sales tax off Amazon, do we?
Yes, we do. It goes where it was shipped. They changed that late last year, not 2020, 2019. Yeah,
If I'm outside the city limits, it don't help.
no, yours don't, but everything I buy does.
I've been trying.
My wife's made up for you, I
I was
promise.
thinking I was helping Lono.
I've got so many things tore apart. If my wife knew, she would kill me.
Hope she don't listen.
I hope she don't either. Somebody make a motion to come back to this, and we'll see if Chris comes on, and we can find out what our financial statement is.
Motion made.
Keith made a motion to move. Justin seconds. All in favor? Okay. I've already made my comments. Item 7. Oh. What are we gonna talk about the bank card?
Did we get it fixed?
Yes, but we know why. So, yes,
And we were able to fix that for one day, to place the order and get that done.
okay. They knew that.
I didn't know they knew that.
Yeah, I think we talked, didn't we talk about that?
As a collective, they know.
Yeah. I think we talked about it during the last meeting.
We did. I just confirming it got fixed.
Yeah, it got fixed. Which should be enough. So Keith, the debit card that the EDC has, it had a $2,500 limit. So when Chris went to order the flagpoles, which were $3,200, it kept denying it. So we had to figure out what it was. So they got the bank to raise the limit so he could do the order. Yeah. So,
What would raise the limit to?
what did we raise it to? 35 or something? So it probably 30.
One-time raise.
Yeah, it was just for the day, so he could raise it and place an order and then it went right back down to the 2,500, so.
Okay.
And he keeps the card with his stuff, so I can't use it. But, that's fine. I don't need it anyway. Item 7, discuss and act on the following old business. We haven't worked on grants. However, we've got a couple of avenues. SRA will do economic development grants. I think the only drawback is he said economic development, but it kind of lumps in with their quarterly grants. So we probably need to find out if we can do a water and sewer grant and an economic development oriented grant at the same time, or if they would be considered, the same, since it would be coming from the same city, if they would be considered, I didn't think to ask that.
Typically, if they're different projects, they're unrelated.
Yeah. Yeah, but are they only going to fund, if we send in one for Public Works and one for the EDC, are they only going to pick one because it's from Lone Oak? Or are they going to say, okay, this is an EDC one and this is a Public Works? And okay, we'll have to, okay. Okay, item B, project reports. City signs, trash compactors, trash compactor, flag poles and a traffic counter. I haven't, the only bid I've gotten, only response I've gotten is from Chris Fannin, who said that because of the timeline we were looking for, he didn't want to bid it. I haven't gotten any other responses. So if y'all agree, I will contact the three contractors and see if we just open it up and tell them bid it and, don't worry about the timeline. Because I'm assuming they're all busy and that's why they don't want to bid it and have to have it done by the March, April.
What are you taking bids on?
The fences around the welcome sign,
My God, what are we doing now?
same thing we've been trying to do for 6 months.
Okay,
What if we got a bid from Chris? And move,
Well, that's what I'm
move it
asking.
out a little bit more.
That's what I'm at, because he said it would probably be middle of the summer before he could get to it. And I'm assuming that Jimmy and them's the same way.
Are we asked him? We better talk to him.
I hadn't talked to him about it. I talked to him. I saw him over there moving some lumber around, and so I texted him about it and he said they hadn't seen the email. So I emailed it again and, I haven't talked to him again about it. But I think that's probably what scared him off a little bit. So what do y'all think?
Timeline.
It's a tight timeline that we're looking for,
What was the end of the timeline that we set up?
like end of March or April. Try to get it done in like 30 days once we approve it. 60 days.
Somebody can really get it done in a weekend.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's not. It's just
Not a big
getting, like Chris told me, they're just that busy.
Well, the problem with Chris right now is it's show season.
Oh, is that what it is? Mm. Yeah,
He's tired of showing everyone.
but I don't know if that's, cause he's got his guys.
I could reach out to Jimmy and maybe take him over there, show him what needs to be done. We can meet up, take him over
Okay.
there, because I think once they lay their eyes on it and see that it's really not a big job, he might have it done in a day or 2 days, a weekend.
It'd take a couple days because, they have to put concrete in the ground and
Right.
all that for the poles. Okay. I think that's probably the
They're
best.
probably thinking we're in this big fence.
Well,
Well, I just don't think it's quite.
it's a small job and that's the part of it is it's a small job and
They're gonna make a couple grand or however much on it versus a $20,000.
yeah, that's what it comes down to.
I think that might be, how much it is.
What was the first bid we got? 6?
It ain't gonna be cheap. We're gonna have to buy a lot of pipe. Quite a bit of pipe for them.
I'm trying to
South
think,
end for sure.
what did we think it was the first time?
What about Joe? He's got his big welding machine now. I'll get with Joe tomorrow.
I know, yeah, that's the 3 I knew was,
I think we ought to try to keep it in-house, like local.
yeah,
Maybe we extend the timeline, that's fine. I can reach out to Jared, he can reach out to Jimmy and Joe, and I'll call Chris.
okay.
I'll reach out to Jared and Chris. He can have Jimmy and I guess.
Yeah, I can get a hold of Jimmy.
All right.
and Joe tomorrow.
And just let them know that, we're not, we'd like to get it done as quick as we can, but, we need to
We'll
fit
come
their,
get a bid in, because if it comes in at 15 grand.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay 15 grand, I can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it for 14?
I can do it for 14.5.
We'll do it for half,
Yeah.
and then we'll split it.
I'll get my little cheesy generator and my little cracker box welder out there on the back of my old Ford truck and I'll handle it. Okay. I'll put that with my moving the city limit sign that I signed up for today too.
We'll hire Corey and Doug.
Yeah. Um, okay, trash compactor. Now let's skip that. That's gonna be, the traffic counter, we just need to order it.
Now, the vehicle, well, I only did the EDC's part number. I can order y'all and I can order ours at the same time.
And same shipping, same on shipping.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
Just email Chris,
okay.
if he can give me the EDC card number. Or if you want me to put it on the city card, and then
We could do it.
y'all can pay us.
There's, yeah, there's,
Whatever's easy, the easiest way.
you could get Chris to order them and then you write us a check, or you could order them and we write you a check, or you could buy them both with separate cards. I don't know.
Or city buys it, donuts.
All right, so we talked about the flagpole being ordered. Okay, trash compactor. All right. We were talking about, Kenny and I were talking about this today. I think we finish it, we fix it. I think we go ask the city to pay part of it, but we just get it done and be done with it. Because it looks bad with it being sitting there like that. And
Bad on us.
looks, yeah, it looks bad on not only the EDC, but the city. So we get it finished and that'll be 2 projects we've done.
And the reason why I brought that up, I like just lighting it and finishing, getting it finished, because later on, maybe this new company, trash company, might come to us later and say, hey, we've got a trash compactor that will fit this. And in the meantime, we just have them put a 10-yard
10 yards done.
dumpster in there, and at least we don't have a pile of bricks sitting there that we can talk around town. You know, it's just some tax dollars being wasted. No, next time not to get involved in the trash.
Not to get,
You have a question? Where'd you see your call?
when we start,
I say this because the EDC is a separate entity, you said,
it is
and EDC's been working on this for 2 years.
longer than that.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't know where the city comes in on this project.
City comes in because they moved the goalposts.
Well, that's where one of the reasons why I'm here. Going through all these trash companies and, getting quotes from them, talking to them, discussing them. I did it every day. I'll let Wes know what we were doing for months. So we were working on it way before y'all even put the concrete out there. We knew about it. What I'm getting at is, it's not fun pointing finger at him. We knew that we were gonna change trash companies 6 months ago, 7 months ago. So it wasn't like we brought a surprise to y'all because we were doing it. We were already in the process of trying to find another company.
Well, it kind of was a surprise because we didn't receive that information. At least I didn't. It doesn't matter at the end of the day because it shouldn't be you versus us. It should be city versus EDC. It should be EDC along with the city. It should be
Right,
walking
I
hand in
understand
hand.
that, but what I heard was is that we didn't come to y'all for permission. That's not the city's job. Y'all come to us for permission. For projects or anything. That's what the IP does.
Well,
Again,
that also, because we went to y'all and said, hey, we're doing this. We went to the city council and said, we're doing this.
Wes, am I right that you and I talked about,
And I said,
so my thing is, why didn't the EDC know about it?
what I asked you every time was,
It feels like it's like, well, the mayor didn't go and tell anybody on the EDC, but that's not true. Mayor Pro Tem knew about it.
well, and I said, I don't care who you change to, as long as they can put a trash compactor in that space.
And I told you that they could. That's at the meeting, they could, and then they can come and change afterwards.
After we started, and it was them, they came and said, no,
But-
we can't
But
do it.
what I'm getting at is, in the beginning, we already knew we were going through the process of finding another company. So this is 4 months before we laid the concrete out there. It was well known. We brought in 4 companies, and we brought back, Meritex twice, discussed it with them. So I'm just saying, that's what I don't want. I don't want it to look like the city's not part of the problem. So I want us, we gotta work together. That's what this is all about. But misinformation is out there that we didn't tell somebody. We did tell the president.
Cause we met out there with those two guys, you know, and they were talking about it and come back, no, we can't do it.
Before we laid concrete. Because we brought them over there
Yeah,
to see where we're gonna put it.
right.
And I'm just saying, from the city side, we did let y'all know.
But we were already into the contract. They just hadn't started yet, yeah.
It's kind of like it just overlapped a little right there at the end of the beginning. And then if they can't do a trash compactor, then they come back, well, y'all can buy one. Well, we don't have the money to buy it, you know?
Yeah,
Why don't we buy it?
and that's, I think he was in on it as well.
Yeah.
They told us, yeah, we think we can get a trash compactor. No problem.
Yeah.
It's after the fact that they come back.
After,
Yes.
so, and what I was talking to Wes today, I'm looking at these bricks that are just falling, and the longer they sit there, they're gonna get broken, they're crushed. Let's just go ahead and finish the
I don't have a
project.
problem with bringing it to the city and but that's not a problem. I just want to make sure y'all understand. On the city side, we did make the president aware that we were in the contract and talks of contract way before y'all supported. So I don't want to look like, hey, we did it after the fact.
Right.
You know, that's not the case.
I know I was there at the city council meeting and they said they would do it then, and then they changed their mind.
Yeah, remember when they,
Yeah,
the
they did
mayor
change
text
their
came
mind.
in there and then that's when she started changing. it.
Yeah, because one was going, no, and the other was going, yeah, we'll do it. And I thought, what are they gonna do?
And he wanted the bid, what he wanted, and come back.
And then sanitation come in and they're like. give
Well,
us some high-
Well,
Like we talked about today, I'm pretty sure if they come in to give us for the renewal, the price is gonna be way higher than it was.
Well, they're talking at least 4%. How many times over the last 3 or 4 years they kept coming in asking us for?
Oh, it's gonna be more than 4.
I know that was last year.
Yeah, it's gonna be more than 4.
4%. This is a lot better, a lot more customer service.
Well-
We're getting right now.
And that's fine. Nobody on the EDC cared that you were swapping trash companies. The problem is we didn't get the information. And so whether you sent it and it wasn't received by him to us, or we didn't send to him, it doesn't matter to us. Bottom line is we approved almost a $17,000 project to EDC money. And that's the project that we moved forward with. And so bottom line is last meeting, we agreed to just, the VAT is there. and it is
And I
what it is, and
do
it's
understand what you're saying. I do. But what I'm saying is that 17,000 could have been, we could have squashed a lot of that.
Absolutely. We spent $9,000, we blew $9,000 on a concrete pad sitting out there.
Almost
Say
a little over
we
10.
We gotta do something with it.
Yeah.
Let's scoop it over there right now, put a dumpster or move forward with a trash compactor, but we need to do something with that.
So could the city, you think You think?
Well, the trash compactor,
We looked at those, that's just too high.
so this is why I think Sanitation Solutions, if they come in for a renewal, their price is gonna be way higher. Because when I talked to Woody about this 2 or 3 years ago, the price for the trash compactor was gonna be about about $400 a month for them to, for the equipment and to dump it and all that stuff, which was gonna be, maybe $450, $500, something close to what we're paying now for all the equipment that's over there now. What he quoted me the other day is more like $600 or $700. And it's, so they're, and it's because, I think it's because they changed hands. And I think that's why we haven't heard from them yet, because he knows that,
We wouldn't even know what they're running.
no, and the electric cost wouldn't, yeah. So the best option for our community is to put a dumpster there. Ameritex has kind of agreed that things like that, like the dumpster behind City Hall, when we talked to him, he said 1 a month. In the contract that he sent us originally, it didn't say 1 a month. It said, was it
One what
or
per month?
Huh?
One what per month?
1 dumpster, one of the big roll-offs.
It'd be dumped as needed by the city.
Because that was, I thought it was like 8 or something, 6 or 8 or something, because I asked, I said, wait a minute, I thought he said 1 a month, but that's not what that said. But then, it did say as needed. And so we said, okay, what does that mean?
Talking about it over at the,
Yeah, when we had lunch with him that day. So he said that what they would do is if like the one behind City Hall need to be dumped twice a month, they'd do it. Because the truck that they use to pick up the cans picks up the dumpster too.
So what do you do from the EDC as far as, when you discuss moving forward with the project? and
Yeah,
spending-
how we want to do it,
It's another 60, whatever, $100.
$6,500, yeah.
And we're talking about discussing sharing that with the city.
Yeah, see if they will.
For the city, 3250 apiece. I have that since we're kind of both, because I feel like the EDC and the city got messed around because we were told by the dumpster people
I
they
can't
could.
speak for the council, but I think the council would be wanting to go half of it, not the whole.
So that goes into item one, what's in it about the fact that now the whole idea of it has changed, so I'll have to go back and reword it.
That's why we moved to Ameritex, because sanitation solution just wasn't, it's not working out. Just not.
And again, that's fine. That's your decision to make. You and the council's decision to make. Nobody cares about the decisions made. It's just, we feel like we squandered into a hole because we made a decision, spent a ton of money, and now the goalposts are moving.
We understand.
But whatever, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. So, I make a motion that the EDC goes and has with the city to finish the project, the trash compactor project. Well, hang on, before I make that motion. There's no trash compactor with Ameritex, is that correct? Not even the front load one? Just too much?
No, with Ameritex and Sanitation Solutions, we end up leasing or owning the equipment,
Who?
Obviously not an option.
and that's not something we want to do.
But they can put a 10-yard on there. That's.
Yes.
Slab. They can put
Yeah, he
10
said that
yards.
a 10-yard dumpster, if we don't put the gate in the middle like it was originally intended, because that dumpster's long and short, and move the gate to the end like that's what the bid is for, then he can put a 10-yard dumpster in there and they'll dump it as many times as need to,
Who
yeah.
makes
Wes,
$100 add-on?
Chris, yeah.
Have we spoke to him to make sure that hadn't changed?
No, haven't,
Maybe we should get a new.
but
one.
we probably should because, according to little brother, steel prices jumped way up in November. He's expecting them to come back down and later in the spring, but
Well, then why don't you call Chris and get a second quote?
Get
on
another
this
quote?
and-
Okay.
We're just asking,
Wes,
is it gonna be the same?
yes, sir.
my 2 cents worth on this is going back to what I remember the beginning being. We signed on to make the trash apparatus look attractive. We were trying to build something around the trash apparatus that hid it and made it appealing to the eye back there behind all these things. To me, that's where we should still go with this. I don't think we need to be involved in compactors, dumpsters. However they want to dump the trash is up to them. We just signed on to build a wall and the doors around it and hide it.
And we're not involved in the decision-making of a trash compactor or dumpster, any of that. We're just involved in the 3250.
Right.
So we're not responsible for the 10-yard. dump
No,
or any of that. City's
no, and
just,
that's
or
one of the
owners,
reasons,
business owners and all
that's
that.
one of the reasons to get away from the trash compactor. If Sanitation Solutions originally, the intent, the way I understood it was they would put a trash compactor in there that we would connect power to and they would service. And that was gonna cost $400, $500 a month to the city. The city makes a little bit more than that off of what's over there. So the city would still make what little profit they make off of what's over there now. So that was the original intent. Since then, the prices for the trash compactors and it doesn't make it economic, it doesn't make
And I
sense anymore.
guarantee that our responsibility is
Just the fence.
housing the
Yes,
process.
okay.
I don't have a problem with it, but we probably should get a new bid on it so that we can make sure that $6,500 is a good number. It may be 10,000, but
And Wes, let me ask again, I missed the last meeting, but what has been completed? I remember the pad has been laid. What else has been completed?
There is 3 posts that need to be cleaned up that are to keep the whoever's servicing the trash collection device from pushing it through the other side. And there's about half as much brick as we need if we have to build it all the way out.
Half as much brick as we need sitting there or already constructed?
That's nothing else has been done on it. That's just, it's stacked behind it.
And we've got how much money sunk into this?
a little over 10.
About 10, a little over 10.
Okay,
Cause we paid him, his first draw was 65, 62, 65, something like that. And then we paid him another 37.40, just before Christmas. And that caught us up so that if we decided not to do any more, we got brick for something.
yeah, well, I saw in the minutes where last meeting, we said we were done and walked away from it.
Yeah, we
And then
could, yeah.
And I heard y'all say that y'all been talking about it, maybe trying to finish it, but, I mean, for me, I don't care if they go with a compactor, a dumpster. I don't care what they go with. We just said we'd build a wall around whatever they chose.
Yeah.
And I still try to focus on that.
Okay. So do y'all want to? Well, let me get a bid first.
We need to get a new bid.
Yeah.
We need to bid to see what his buying.
Yeah, let me get a new bid and then we'll do it next month. Okay.
We could do a special call.
I make a motion that we table this item and could either a new bid or
Okay.
get with Chris.
We got a motion to table this item about the trash compactor until we can get a new bid till the next meeting. Need a second. Justin seconds, all in favor? Motion carries. Any opposed? Okay, good. Item C, the Eagle Projects. texted April right after we had our last meeting. She said that she would get with Joe to set up a time to come meet with us. I have not heard back from them. So I would like somebody else to
Okay.
herd them cats and see if they can get them gathered up. Okay. Because I think we've got flagpoles coming. She's supposedly got bricks.
So, do you have any hold on this? I mean, get a switch and,
Well, yeah, I do that.
I'll call Scoutmaster.
you wanna go that route?
I don't care.
You do your end, I'm gonna do mine.
Okay.
We're gonna squeeze you. This is ridiculous.
Because we just need to, yeah,
Well, we need a plan.
Yeah.
I need something drawn for us to look at to say yes or no.
'Cause they got a
Not
lot of
slapping
people's
them
money
away.
sitting at their house.
yeah, we need to, I mean, she said Jimmy was getting dirt and I ain't seen no dirt delivered and something about concrete being picked up. And I ain't seen that happen yet. And,
I'll hope it ain't got wet.
you know, there's a lot of stuff that, so, okay. Grand openings. So we haven't had any. However, our attorney gave a pretty good suggestion that when we do some of these bigger developments, he's going to send us a copy of one that they did. Grand opening is part of the development agreement that they enter in with the city. How they do that, how it's going to look, you know, dates and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, we put the grand opening coming soon sign out in front of the Mexican food place, and then they took it down and we haven't heard any more from them. So I guess they weren't interested. So, yeah, we got the sign back. So anyway,
So in other words, put it in the contract for developing.
yeah, so, and it's kind of funny because something that came up talking about the Family Dollar, they really haven't communicated with the city at all, have they? So, okay. We might come in tomorrow and there's a Family Dollar over there. Huh, okay. Zoning committee report. Sandra was surprised that the meeting was on the first Wednesday of the month.
Should I
Yeah.
send her a reminder ahead of time?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
I'll send her one. You can send her one. Cause she wants the EDC and the planning and zoning to get together and work on the zoning and kind of work together on that kind of stuff.
The new zoning committee is gonna be meeting before the EDC. But I was at the election law seminar last week, so. when they-
Well, didn't they meet last week? Yeah, didn't they meet last week?
No,
Oh, I thought they met last week.
that was our regular meeting.
Yeah.
But this is the new zoning committee made up of.
Oh, okay.
The reason.
Okay. Well, she was kind of, because what Justin told her is if she had the zoning meeting the same night as the EDC meeting, then he could be on the zoning committee too.
That's right.
I thought all the EDC would just start at 6 o'clock. We'd be end at 7:30, shut that down, start the EDC meeting next.
Yeah.
And we intentionally put it on a night where we're already another committee or board is already meeting, so we don't
Yeah, because that way he could be on the planning and zoning board too.
Right,
So,
And have the council.
yes, we wanted.
All be in here.
Yeah, you're like that.
Been 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll be going.
No, not that one.
Wes will be running from here over there.
I wasn't here at the end of the last week,
Okay, what's audit 2020 for?
Yeah, it's part of the audit.
Did we get it done? Turn everything in?
Yeah, we already paid for it.
Just asking. What about planning for next year? Budget.
Oh, that's
I know it's below.
that's down there.
Well, I was just being sure we did it.
She still got COVID?
Might,
Maybe the new strain.
Maybe she got the,
maybe, but I put it on there.
okay. Yeah, we
If we're
got
done-
it.
If we're done with it,
Oh.
I'm good.
I'll probably give you all the book if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, item 8, discuss and possibly act on the following new business. Budget for 2021. So we want to get started on that. Really need Chris here for that.
But I mean, we need to get started.
Is there any projects that are at hand that we need to look at? We currently have the trash compactor, the revised trash compactor, and some.
The only thing that I can think of that we would probably want to add to our budget would be our incentive that we're going to offer to Creed and Kim's.
We already voted on it.
Yeah, but we ought to, I mean, it ought to be because I think,
Numbers are.
because I think what ends up happening, and I may have it wrong, is they end up paying their sales tax to the state, and then the state sends us the money, and then we have to write them a check. So that's going to flow through our budget, so we probably need to have that in there. Huh? Oh, no, Family Dollar hasn't asked for anything, but the Family Dollar, so that's another reason why we need to meet with them, is they haven't asked for anything. But I don't know, the only thing he said was to get them a price on the lift station work. And that's really the only thing they really talked about.
Did they send a letter of intent?
Supposedly Tanya and John have a letter of intent. I haven't asked them about it.
Should the city not be involved in letter of intent?
We should,
And this is ignorance talking.
we should. We should also have them planning his own. for doing it.
Yeah.
Because y'all have permits and stuff that you have to.
Permits and all that.
Yeah.
They have not contacted us.
And they need to discuss with public works. Where to go to send all the water.
So next month, let's see, the budget needs to be done by July 1st.
We want to start it,
Yeah, because that starts July 1.
Yeah,
we'll start an hour early on the next meeting.
Might have problems with the zoning.
Yeah.
We do our budget workshop
In May.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so we can do it
We
May.
need to plan. I'm just
yeah, we
saying,
could
Look at our calendar and put some spots. where we
Yeah.
can Get it done. That's how I put it.
yeah.
What's the city's fiscal year?
July 1st, June 30th.
Don't ask me why, because I don't have a clue.
Yeah, it's very.
Is it?
It's actually better for us if we get all that stuff done before they have all
For
these
everybody else.
fires and all this stuff.
The cities used to be June 1st to May 31st. Yeah. And somebody mentioned to the mayor that that seems silly because that means that the outgoing council does the budget that the new council has to own.
There's not much difference between May 31st and June 30th.
No, and that's not really what I was after when I made that suggestion. I was really shooting for October 1, and Harold said July 1. I'm like, okay. So then we brought it up again recently, And another council member said, leave it like it is. So we'll wait a couple years till she's not here and then we'll change it. Yeah. Okay, last item, land purchase. This is another reason Doug's here. I was approached by the mayor to consider the EDC buying the church property. So our attorney says that we need to have this on an executive session. So if y'all want to discuss more than whether or not we should, then we'll have to go into executive session. So.
Which church property?
Behind City Hall. All right, hang on, let me read this.
We're gonna go in executive session. I think I got.
The EDC board will now meet in closed session pursuant to Government Code Section 551.072 to deliberate about real property issues and announce that, the time is 7:56. All right, so let me. All right, reconvene from executive session at 8:14.
I can turn back on.
Reconvene from executive session at 8:14. No action for land purchase. Okay. Item 9, any items to be added to the next meeting? Budget? And the follow-on bid for the trash fence.
Anybody got any word on the Old Dollar Store? Any bids on it? You know, this is for sale now. No, it
That
says
says for sale or
It
rent.
says both, or rent or something.
Yeah.
Look at the one by the road.
Yeah. Anything else?
Since you're calling Chris about the bid, you might as well just talk to him.
Okay, I can do that.
Just see.
You said he was doing a bunch of stock shows? No, he's not. Where's he going?
It's going to San Angelo next weekend because that's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay. Because Houston canceled today and,
Cancel today.
yep. They announced it today.
Livestock and rodeo?
Yep.
Yep.
Saw it on the news a while ago. Not sure about San Antonio, but, okay,
Make a motion.
Kenny makes a motion, we adjourn. Justin seconds, all in favor.
What time?
Adjourn at 8:16.
Thank you, Wes.
Thank you, sir.
See you.